This is where anyone can belong. This is how you explore, grow, and triumph. This is your time to shine. This is who we are. This is what we do. And you're why we do it. This is Fanshawe.
Hello, good morning to everyone who is joining us from around the world. I'm sorry, we're so sorry for the technical issues that we faced, but we are here with you and we're so excited to have all you future Falcons joining us this morning. Well, here in Canada is morning time and I think it's evening somewhere else and also afternoon. So good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of you joining us today in this FANExperience live session. And today we have with us four amazing international students from several countries. And I want them to introduce themselves. So please, let's give it up a round of applause to our current international student ambassadors that are part of our TAP platform, the ambassador platform from Fanshawe College. So with us, we have here Natalia. Natalia, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, happy to be here. And my name is Natalia. I'm from Russia, and currently I'm taking marketing management program here in Fanshawe.
And now we go ahead with Johan. Johan, welcome.
Welcome. Good morning, everyone. My name is Johan. I am from Peru, and my program is Business Marketing Co.
Thank you. And now we go with Nikita. Welcome, Nikita.
Hi everyone. My name is Nikita. I'm from Professional Financial Services. I'm from Delhi, India. So happy to be here.
Great. And we have Jessica. Welcome, Jessica.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Claire from Kenya, currently studying construction project management at Fanshawe College.
Great. So, welcome all of you. Thank you for joining us this morning to this for amazing international students. And thank you again to all of you around the world tuning in with us this morning. My name is Priscilla Bias, and I'll be your host for this evening. I am an alumni, and I also did a marketing management program at Fanshawe College. So, this morning we're going to talk about all about Fanshawe from the perspective of a student. So, let's go first with why Fanshawe. So let's ask this question to our current international students. And please, if you have any questions that you would like to know for them to answer, please drop those questions on the comment section. And let's go ahead with why Fanshawe. So guys, can you please tell us first? I'd like Henry to tell me why Fanshawe.
Well, everyone, why Fanshawe? I decided this difficult decision in my life. I really changed all my life. Fanshawe is an institution. We offer more than 200 post-secondary programs, 65 scholarships, and 70 co-programs. And I decided to choose Fanshawe because Nestor Melgar provide me. He came to my city. He visited. I was talking with him in person, and we talked about the college, the experience, the life in Northern Canada. And I say, why no? Canada is going to be my next house, new friends, new cultures. And I decided for that.
Awesome. So we have a little bit of echo there. Technical team, thank you very much. So Henry, can you tell us a little bit more about how was this experience in a detailed approach? Did you attend to more events when Nelson was in your town? Did you have any other meeting with him through our booking system? Because we offer to this meeting with our educational advisors. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Nelson Mandela came to my city. I am not from the capital. My city is a small city. The name is Arequipa. And I was in person with them like in a meeting. Also, I know more about the college through the platform, Fanshawe International Ambassador. And I was talking with Peruvian people that is studying here as well. They recommend me the place, they told me like the journey, how is the school, the homework assignments. All was new for me, to be honest. But I really enjoy that.
Excellent. So you were able, through one of our international education advisors, to get all the information you needed, but also through our tab, the Ambassador platform. So those are awesome resource for you if you are thinking to apply to Fanshawe. Please make sure to go through those resource that we have for you. And now I want to hear from Nikita. Tell me about why Fanshawe. Why did you decide that this was the place for you?
So I decided Fanshawe for the two reasons. Basically, for London, because London is a student city. It's affordable. Uh, um, it's affordable, and for Fanshawe because of the program I chose. My program is professional financial services. Basically, it's a 2 year program which is converted into 1 year program, and you have so many options after graduating from this program. This program offers you the curriculum of Canadian securities, comprehensive financial planning, QAFP, and everything else. So that's why I selected Fanshawe. That's the sole reason for me to choose Fanshawe College.
Awesome. Thank you. So I want to have this one question. Raise your hand if you think London is an awesome city to live in. Raise your hand.
For sure.
Awesome. Can we have yeah, white view so we see all of our current international students saying, yes, London is awesome. So thank you guys. So now in this journey, when you apply, you decide to come here at Pancho, there are certain steps that you have to go through. And first, you decide that you want to go to Fanshawe, you decide which programs you want to do, but there is a step of application. So I want to hear from Natalia from Russia. How was your application process? Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience there?
Well, my application process to Fanshawe was pretty smooth, so it's really convenient how we can apply documents to program and some stuff. I don't remember their names, unfortunately, but they were really helpful. And if I had any questions on the platform itself, application platform, they always responded in really fast. The only troubles I faced, not troubles, issues, because I needed to like pass IELTS exam, and I can't do it in Russia anymore, so I had to travel to another country to again take my English exam. But the application process, yeah, it's really convenient, and you can do everything online just from your favorite place, from cozy sofa at home. And I got answer really fast, like in 2 days, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah,
2 days.
yeah, it was really fast. Like I was going to wait for months or even two, but I got reply in 2 days and was like, okay, I was accepted. Now I should apply for visa.
And you know what? In my experience, when I applied here, my letter of acceptance or admissions, I received it within 24 hours. So
It was even faster.
yeah, but I think it all depends on your country because it's every country has like one process, particularly for that country or region. So yes, it will depend. But today's that's good. And less than 24 hours, I was blessed. And what about Nikita? Can you tell me about your process application, your experience there?
Yeah, so submitted a lot of documents, like more than enough documents. Even my agent said that this much is not required, but I just wanted to be, better safe than sorry. So I don't want to be rejected. So I submitted a lot of documents. I would suggest anyone to, submit more documents rather than getting a rejection or a notification that you need to submit this and that. So it's better to submit everything you have. So, yeah.
So, and for your study permit, did you did the same? Like, did you provide whole of tons of documentation as well for your study
Yeah.
permit?
Yeah. For that as well, you know, it's it's a risky task. You can't take risk in those matters. So you can't take risk in those matters. So I would suggest everyone to, submit everything, either your educational documents, your work experience documents, everything, your bank statements, everything you have. So, yeah.
And I think Natalia also submit tons of documents, right, Natalia?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Actually, I was going to start my studying here in Fanshawe in September, so I applied for visa in February, but my first application was rejected because immigration officer decided that I don't have enough ties with my country and enough financial funds. So I applied the second time, but the second time I decided like, I was really upset with rejection, but again, college was really helpful and they moved my studying to January. And I was like, okay, you're going to reject me again. I'm going to try again. And I submitted so many documents. I think the whole my application was more than 100 pages. And I was really prepared this time. And funny thing, I had the same amount of financial funds, but my visa was approved. So, sometimes no doesn't mean really no, but means that you need to try again.
Exactly. Awesome. That's awesome that you didn't stay there with a rejection and you go and you went for it. So for those of you who are planning to come here and maybe you are in the step of applying to your study permit, make sure to have all your support documentation or your supporting documentation that will be helpful for you to avoid any rejection. And if you need help with that, if you need guidance with that, please know that we have our international education advisors that they might help you and give you some guidance and tips and tricks if you need for your study permit process. And let's go about a question or questions that come in the time of your pre-arrival to Fanshawe. Many common students have questions about accommodations, how is the transportation there, what about healthcare, and all those questions. So I want some of you can tell me, Jessica, can you tell me about your experience with your pre-arrival services? If you took any of the events that Fanshawe Cares provide. For all of you who don't know about Fanshawe Care is an awesome program that provides sessions, informations, and guidance to all of those incoming students. These services or support are for healthcare information, transportation from the airport to the city of London, and accommodation as well. So if you are incoming students, every intake we provide this Fanshawe Care series session for you to be well equipped with the information that you need. So Jessica, can you tell me a little bit more about your experience with that area?
Okay. For transport, it was actually planned because I remember even before I booked my flight, Fanshawe had already given me the option of a taxi that will take me from the airport all the way to London. Unfortunately, I didn't use it because I had a direct flight from London, from Toronto Pearson, all the way to London. So with that, but they actually refunded the amount because it has already been incorporated into the fee and everything else. When it comes to accommodation, yes, London campus has good accommodation, and the Fanshawe Care team is really helpful when it comes to places where you can search for accommodation, places where you can, if you are not able to stay in school, of which is very affordable and is very easy to get, and it's a very simple process of application, and you can apply even before you come to, because I remember I applied for accommodation when I was back in Kenya, of which I got the accommodation. The response, I got it within 24 hours. I was already in the wait list.
Wow.
Within, let's say, like a week or so, I'd already gotten accommodation. Unfortunately, it was far away from my campus, but they gave me other options on the website that I can search and get accommodation in, and in places where it's close to St. Thomas, which is the campus that I was going to. Also, I find Fanshawe Care very receptive, and they have a very active team that is ready to answer questions, is ready to guide, is ready to help out wherever you are stuck. So that's a very good thing about Fanshawe Care as well. Yeah.
Awesome. So in by the time that you were going to start, you started in January, right?
Yes.
So you were able to attend to all the Fanshawe Care series that we were held in on that time,
Yes, I was.
and how was that?
Very informative. Actually, it was. There's a point I was like, okay, these guys are really going to break to, like, is it spoon feed me? Because I remember even before I came, like the moment I got the acceptance letter, they started. I even had online classes for maths, physics, I had online sessions where they will tell me this is what you need to do when you're coming to Canada, this is what you need. Like they had sessions. There is a time the ambassadors were in Kenya. I think Ruth Kuria was in Kenya, somewhere in Nairobi. There you will go, you can ask questions of what you need to bring with you. So it was like after getting acceptance, the rest of the journey was just being spoon fed. So it was quite an interesting journey, and I was able to attend all of them, and they were very informative. And every event, like even after we arrived here, they didn't just leave us like that. The first 1 month, they would call us in to guide us on how to apply for more care, what you can do in case you are sick, what you can do in case you are not able to transition, mental health, like everything is covered within the first sessions.
Excellent. So for those of you who are asking what is more care, she mentioned more care is the healthcare that we use. Is the name is more care. And let's talk about another resource that we provide. Let's talk about more in deep because you all four are part of our ambassadors from the TAP platform, the ambassadors platform for the international students. So I want to ask you, Henry. Henry, did you use the TAP platform to get to know more about Fanshawe before coming to Fanshawe?
Right. It was a successful tool that I used from the college
Awesome.
because I was talking with people that are taking my same program and also people from Peru, from my country. I talked with Vanessa, and also did help me a lot to get like a room here because he has a friend who is living near to the campus, to the main campus, and she recommends me that guy because I was scared about the scams, all of that. You need to take care about that. But at the end, it was funny story because I use the platform. I can talk with people from my own country that speak my own language, and it was funny.
Awesome, great. So again, in the tab platform, within the tab platform, we have I think 60 currently ambassadors that they are from around the world and they speak your language. So if you are afraid, if you are scared, if you are hesitating, please go and join us and talk with that ambassador that will help you and give you some light tips and tricks and all the things that you need to know about the student life here at Fanshawe College. And Johan, what about your transition here? Because sometimes we do have certain barriers or challenges when you are moving to another country. Can you tell me about your experience? You come from a Latin American country, Spanish speaking country, and then coming here. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, for me, it's like now being like the movies that I saw in Netflix, to be honest, because here all is new. I am for a small city, and for me, the cultures, the environment, the people, I really love London because the people is so friendly with me. All the people who want to support you. You have problems, troubles. Also, here in the college, we have a lot of office. For example, I use Fanshawe shop through FSU, and they support me as well.
Awesome. So going back to pre-arrival services, and I'm sorry, I should have asked this question before, but Jessica was talking actually about the accommodation part. So let's talk about how is that the both versions. She talked about the off-campus part and also on campus, but let's talk about with Natalia because I know she might have some experience as I think she has a dorm on campus. Can you tell a little bit about that, Natalia?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for this question. Like in the beginning, my goal was make my life as easy as possible in your country because I would go to deal with a lot of stress in studying. So I decided to apply for on-campus accommodation. So it's really convenient. All residents are really close to main campus, and I'm studying in main campus. So it takes like 10 minutes to get from my room to classroom. And I have experience living in traditional residence. It's again really convenient. You have just 4 people, and everybody has private rooms and 2 bedrooms for this unit for 4 people. And in the summer, we moved to the central course. It's like detached houses, and one house is for 6 people, 6 students. But because since we have really many students, nearly 4 people in the whole house. And actually, I was a little bit confused because I liked my previous dorm and I didn't want to move to another one. But now, honestly, I really like living in house because you have your own kitchen, you have your own space, your own living room, and yeah, just for people in big house. And again, one part I really love about living in residence is that residence staff they hold a lot of different events for students living in dorms. It again helps to create new connections, find new friends, and be a part of social life, which is really important in your country when you arrive alone, like I did.
Awesome. So you think this is one of the ways that you can also do networking? Like you said, you talk to tons of people, you meet tons of people. Is that something that you are enjoying and you are getting to know more people every day that you are as a dorm, as an on-campus resident?
Yes, of course, because you see the same people all the time, and in the beginning, like, okay, I already saw this face. On this third time or the fourth time, like, okay, I'm going to talk to this person. And people here, they're in the same situation. They arrived here mostly alone, and they're living in dorm alone, and they face the same issues. You leave all your connections in your country, and it's kind of stressful to be in a new environment, and talking to other people is really helpful. And I must say that this social part is extremely important to adjust in your country. And all these events, their goal is to help you with these connections. And again, residential staff is really helpful and friendly. And even if you're standing somewhere alone, they try to um, get you involved in all these activities. And we had the barbecue party. It's one of my favorite events, I think.
Awesome.
And we have some friends, bracelet making, and really a lot of different things.
Awesome. And so while you're living in a house with 4 people, can you tell me what are the challenges that you have faced or you are facing that sometimes when you're living with 3 other people that you don't know, you have to kind of adjust also to their habits or their ways. So how's that been going?
Um, I can say that sometimes it's challenging. Like in my house, every person is from different country. I'm from Russia. One of my roommates is from Nigeria. Another one from India, and one of them is from Canada. We barely see this person from Canada because she leaves every weekend. She goes home. But yeah, we have really different habits. We have the chat for our home, for our house, when we can just send messages. And I can say that we faced a lot of like troubles, issues. Yes, we are different, but we are trying to be polite and respect others' people way of living. And the main key is communication. If you don't like something, just talk about it. If you want person behave in different way, just discuss it.
Yeah, so that's good to know. And also, that applies also if you are living off campus in a shared accommodation, in a shared house, that you need to provide certain or create certain guidelines or rules. And if you are on campus, we have a support system that you can reach out on each residence. You can reach out to them and they will give you any support or serve as a person who can intervene and provide you solutions. So that's awesome that you have this support and you have this WhatsApp group to talk things are through. And let's go back in time. Were you the first time that you landed on Canada? You came, I'm going to assume that you came by airplane, right? And you came through the Toronto airport. Can you tell me now, Natalia, that we're talking now, can you tell me about your experience? How was that when you like, did you took any connections fly when you landed here, officers, talking to officers? Give me a little bit information about that.
My way here was really challenging and exhausting. Yes, I had connection flight in Turkey, and I arrived in Canada on 26th of December, and don't use this date. Because I think a lot of people they decided to meet Christmas with their families and then leave their countries. So in Toronto there were a lot of people. I spent more than 6 hours in lines and it was really stressful because you don't really understand what's going on, what should you do, and you're moved from one line to another line and you didn't see the end of this journey. I asked for Falcon transfer from Toronto to London, but I was late because of all these lines. And when I landed to, and I was scared about these final questions with immigrant officers. But questions are pretty simple, like where are you going, what course are you going to take, in which college you are going to study. And unfortunately, I saw two people who couldn't answer these simple questions and they weren't allowed to enter country. So just be prepared and remember where you're going. I was really exhausted, so when officer asked me where you're going, I was like, okay, where I'm going? London. So, yeah. And when I landed here, I realized that my SIM card doesn't work here, and I couldn't make a call or anything to find my transfer. So I was just looking around, and I was happy enough to find driver of the last transfer from airport, and I just asked him for help. Like I had my booking, but I was late. Just help me. I need to get to London. And he called to office and confirmed my booking, and he took me to London.
Awesome. And let's see, raise your hand if you took more than 3 hours in a line on the airport. Raise your hand. Let's see. White, white. Okay. So we have three. Jessica, how long it took you when you were
Yes, I think 1 hour.
1 hour? Awesome. Well, let me tell you,
I was lucky.
it happened the same with me. I think less than an hour. But can you tell me a little bit more about that story, Jessica? Because I wonder, like, it was smooth, right?
Yeah, actually, it was really smooth. Because when I arrived at Toronto Pearson, okay, there was a room that was really full. I decided no. I'm taking the easiest way out. I'm just asking one of them, one of those guards at this airport. So, where do I go? And he was like, okay, so what are you going to do? I explained to him, what do you want? I told him. Fortunately, he did take me to the room that was full of students. He took me to another room, which had a shorter line. It took me less than an hour. I was able to get my study permits and everything, and I was like, thank God I decided to talk. Because if I was to go into that other room, it was, I think it was more than 1,000 people at that room.
Wow.
No, I'm not following that crowd. For once, you see the way you reach a new place and you're like, okay, let me follow the crowd because the crowd knows where they're going. This time I decided, no, I'm not following the crowd. I'm just acting. There's somebody who said that ignorant people sometimes go far because they just decide, okay, let me ask. Let me ask questions, let me not follow the crowd. Yeah, that is what I did. And fortunately, yeah, it was really smooth for me. So initially I had a layover of 4 hours because with all the stories that you're told at the airport, it will take you like 4 hours, 3 hours to get through and get the permit. So yes, I had 4 hours and then I had 3 hours of sleeping on the bench as I waited for my
That's good. That's good. So when you were talking with the officer, like did he or she ask you anything? How was that part? Like the questions part?
Actually, the only thing he just needed to see my passport. He just needed to confirm. Okay, when I was coming, I was advised that always have a hard copy of your acceptance letter. Always have a hard copy of the visa. Like the visa, of course, is on in your passport. So have a folder that has all these things, such that if you meet somebody and you want to ask for direction, it's very easy. You just show them, okay, this is what I have, this is where I'm going, this is my acceptance letter, this is everything. So when I first approached him, that was the first thing he asked. Where's your passport? Where are you going to? Where's your letter of acceptance? And then when I showed him that, he was like, okay, so follow me. That's all.
Excellent.
So it's always handy. Have it handy. Like, choop, and you have given out.
Excellent. So, in my experience, I came prepared with a binder, and I have all of the things there in the binder, including my lease contract, healthcare information, everything there in the binder. And when the officer asked me, "Where are your papers?" and I just said, "There you go. You go to I'm going to sit." And then, thankfully, she reviewed everything. We waited up less than an hour. Less than an hour. We were actually kind of alone in that area because I came in August. I know, guys, that you came in December, right? So that was a really busy season. When I came, I was like, it was really smooth. But yes, this binder like saved me time because she just said, okay, go ahead, see, and I'll talk, and I will ask you to come when I have your papers. That's it. She didn't even confirm anything, neither name, like nothing. I just provide my binder. That's it. So that is a tip for you if you're thinking to come and you want to be prepared. Do that as well. And let's go about Jessica. I want to know that first week. Did you have any homesickness? Did you feel anything, or was a smooth transition? Can you tell me about that first week?
So, okay, it was not a smooth transition. First of all, I'm a mother of three, of which my kids are back in Kenya. So that was a really tough time. I'm so used to like coming home, being disturbed, being told, mom this, mom that, and all that. So then when I landed, I came to realize, okay, Jessica, you are like 16 hours away from your kids. Um, so you are in a new place. Everything that you know how life is, it has changed. So it didn't down on me when I first boarded the plane and I was like, okay. But the moment I arrived and I was like, Jessica, now it's you alone. I have no family here. I have nobody. I've left my family. I've left my kids, left my husband, left my friends, everybody. So the first 1 week, it was I won't say culture shock because it was more than culture shock. It was an emotional shock, psychological shock. You have to try adjusting. Our timelines are different. You are jet lagged. You want to create like Kenya right now. It's normally 8 hours behind. Canada is 8 hours behind. So you need to now start adjusting your time because also you don't want to keep out of touch with the people you know and the family you know because if I do that then I automatically go into depression or something. And also if now I'm living like a different, you see, I'm used to living with people around me because when you have kids there's always somebody tagging on you, and of course there I am because uh, my kid my kids are 8, 5, and 4. So of course you know that age is always mommy this every time they have, yeah. So it wasn't a smooth transition. I'll not say it was a smooth transition. It was actually a very hard transition. I and it's when I realized, Jessica, you are an extreme introvert.
Yeah. Oh.
I I came to know that I'm an extreme introvert because during that time I would not like I could bring myself the first 1 week I could bring myself to be open to anybody, even my host family, the people who, yeah, I was so reserved that you start to fear the person that you are becoming. But with time you get to like, okay, so this is life as it is. Get to learn, get to know how to live how it is because you can't change it and I can't board again the plane and go back for 16 hours. I came here for a purpose and I kept on reminding myself, Jessica, it's one day at a time. You'll get through it, you'll learn how to live. Now, 7 months down the line, it's still not smooth, but at least it's way better than where I came from. Yeah.
And how do you get in touch with your kids? Like you mentioned the time zone difference. So how do you talk to them? And what time during the day do you talk to them?
It depends. First of all, okay, I'm able to talk to them, let's say once or twice a week, because they're also going to school, and sometimes because of the course that I'm taking, it becomes really hectic. So at times, maybe when you're supposed to wake up and talk to them, you're waking up to do an assignment. When you're supposed to like wake up, maybe get some few minutes. That day you did an assignment up to late. Maybe the earliest you can talk to them, maybe wake up at 4. You slept at 3. So when do you wake up? At 8 when you're supposed to be in class. But it just it just takes like, okay, I decided on, if I get to talk to them maybe once a week, twice a week, and have the conversation, let them tell me what they want, let them talk to me about everything that I've missed in their lives and all that. And also I've come to appreciate the act of texting, of which I didn't appreciate at first, because texting is the easiest way of communication for me. Because if they need anything, like my daughter, my firstborn daughter, if she needs anything, she'll just text me. So whichever time I wake up, I'll be able to text back. And if the brother and sister needs anything, they can just tell her to text me, and then maybe I can now relay the message or hear what they want. So I've come to appreciate the aspect of texting. I didn't appreciate it before, but right now it has come in handy. Through texting, I'm able to keep in touch almost every day. Through
Yeah.
phone calls, it's a bit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so your plan to be again with your kids, do you have any plans to either having them here anytime soon when you finish the program, or do you have any plans around that?
Yes. Okay. The truth is, you see, when you're back home and you're told the dream, you'll come to Canada, you'll get a job and all that, and you're like, okay, so let me give myself a timeline of 6 months, let me go to Canada, let me study a bit, let me get a job, and then let me bring my kids. Boss, the truth is,
The truth. Give us the truth, Jessica. Everyone wants to know the
I
truth.
want to.
come prepared for anything. Don't
Right.
come, like, come prepared for, life is about surprises. And one thing I've learned after the surprise I got is that, let me take my time, let me finish my studies, let me get a system that will work for me and that will work for my kids. I will say yes, there are opportunities, but it depends which industry are you in. It also depends how are your classes, and it also depends what are you prioritizing. Because I may decide to prioritize work and not prioritize my studies, then I'm off whatever I came to do. But if I decide to prioritize my studies, then I'm good with my studies. Then I try and get time to now do the other things.
Hmm.
So for now, my plan is, I want to be able, let me finish my studies, let me settle down, let me try, because Fanshawe gives opportunities of job opportunities which you can apply to, especially once you're done with your studies. And if I'm able to get a job, a stable job that will be able to sustain them, then they can come along. If not, I'll look for a way that works for us. The way may be, they can come visit, I can go visit, until that time when now we are ready for that transition.
Yeah.
Because I will not advise somebody to do a drastic transition, because it will lead you to depression, it will lead you to so many things. You'll do things that you never thought you'll ever do in your life. So it is, come first, learn the system, see what works, then adjust your schedule to according to what works. Because if it was my will, or if it was how my first initial thought, my kids would be here today.
Yeah.
But they're not here. And I've come to terms with that, and I've come to appreciate that, and I've come to like, okay, we'll see what happens. And we'll adjust as time goes by.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jessica, for this story and for sharing this experience. Because I am also a mom, and my experience is quite different. Because when I came here to Canada, I was still, the regulation back then allowed me to my husband to have the spousal open work permit, and we were able to come together. So in my case, I came with my toddler. At that time, he was 1 year old. And let me tell you something, that when you decide to bring your family with you, your children, either toddler, preschooler, or teenagers, you have to look for your school options. And for the daycare, it's way different and difficult. Let me tell you that. If you are planning, because we are here, we receive so many young moms here. So again, your decision. Like Jessica, she decided to learn first this journey and then, come up with this plan. In my case, I came with my whole family. But if you want to come with your children, just make sure that you are preparing, you have all the information in hand before you do that decision. Because, for instance, the daycare part for me, it was quite difficult. There is a system here in London that you can enroll in a wait list, and you can apply to several daycares within the city. And you might have to wait for years. In my case, I waited for 2 years to get a spot in a daycare. But while I was waiting for that daycare to come, I had to enroll my kid to a home daycare center or home daycare. So please know your options. If you are a mom and you are deciding to come in or not with your children, please know that you can also access the Facebook group chats that are for child care seekers. And please make sure to avoid those scammers. And also, please go ask Fanshawe Cares that they also can provide you and guide you through the direction that you need to go to. And now let's go moving forward to another part of this journey, academic life. Now you came to Canada back in time, like you came to Canada your first week, you are talking to new people, making new friends. But what about that first week of class? Because I know, depending on the cultures, maybe the way you were supposed to or used to have being taught, like those classes in your high school or your bachelor's degree, if you did one before came here, maybe it was different. So can you tell me, let's go with Nikita. Nikita, tell me about your experience. First class, first week of class. Tell me about faculty members, professors, workload. Tell me all about it.
So my faculty members were really nice. My professors were like they are. So they have gone out of the way. Like where I come from, we have no source. Like we can't connect with professors after the class. There is no email ID of them. We can connect with them after the college ends. But here they provide you. They have FOL. Platform from where you can connect with your professors. I have like sent tons of mail to my professors asking silly things as well. And one of my professor went out of the way just to explain the assignment. I mean, he used to book other extra time, another room to explain the assignments to every student. You have any doubt, whether it silly doubt or a genuine doubt, they don't care, and they want you to grow. They won't judge you if you're asking the questions 100 times. Like people say, you can ask me anytime, or uh, how many times you can ask, I'll explain you. No, some people would get frustrated whenever you'll ask them second time. They'll say, have you not listened at the first time? But here professors would make you explain, would make you understand it every time. Like anytime you can ask, either you send it on an email, they'll reply to you in 24 hours, or they'll explain it into the class. I have one professor before this in my second semester. I mean, some students get hesitated while asking in the class. So what she used to do, she used to give some cards, some blank cards, and you can write your questions on that card and give it to her. And then she'll explain it either in the next class or after the break. So that was really nice. And I had professors, one of my professor was like, I was not attentive in the class one day, and he explained some topic, and it was a 15 to 20 minutes of that topic, and I didn't get that. So he asked us that if anyone has doesn't get it, whatever it is. So I was the only one who didn't get that. So he explained it then again, and it took him like 20 minutes, but still he explained it really nicely, and I got that topic. Like it was really important for the course, and he explained it really nicely. So yeah, faculty members are really helpful here, and even the counselors, advisor as well. They are really helpful. I had this interaction with one of my course counselor. I was really worried about the job things and about the academic thing, because I'm new here. I don't know how to apply for the job. I don't have many connections here. So I went to her and I explained all of my worries, that these are my concerns, and she was really supportive, and she explained me really nicely that this course gives you so many areas to go to grow into, and you are from Fanshawe. Fanshawe won't let you to be unemployed for very long time, so you don't have to worry about that. Just concentrate on your studies right now, and we'll look after it. Yeah.
Awesome. So, if you are again, if you are coming in September, because maybe you're here with us, listening to all these amazing stories of our current international students, if you're thinking to come also, you know that. Please know that we have counselors, we have student advisors that when you are having any issues, academic issues, any struggling in your academic life or student life, we have a support for you. We provide you all the guidance and all the support that you need. And please know that we are here for you. And we truly mean that when we say that. And let's go a little bit further in a sense of learning when English is not, again, I know English is not your mother tongue for neither of you, but when it is your first time in a country, English speaking country, and you haven't speak English in any time, Henry, can you tell me about how has been this academic life, getting these classes all in English, and I think this is your first time in being outside of your country, right?
Right,
Tell me about that.
that's true. I love that question. It's because I am the first person in all my family travel to another country, a new place, new everything for me. Also, I have challenges with language. I have lack of confidence, but I talk with the professor. Here, the professors is different. No, it's in my country. It's like the professor is here and the student is here. You are in your own way. But here, the professors are like your friends. You really can ask in them, trust in them. And some of my professors, I still remember that. She recommended me to use the meetings here because circle of conversation on English, and it was very, very useful for me. That helped me to know more about myself, to improve my confidence as well. As well, I use peer tutoring here because I was facing some challenges with some courses, but I threw an appointment through homeroom for peer tutoring, math in special. I had problem with that, but it was free that the college offers to you.
Awesome. So that's great that you are using all the resource that we have for you. If again, I know English is not the first language of many countries. So if you are facing and if you think that you will be facing any struggle there, we have support for you. We have resource for you. And the faculty member, they know this and they are here. As you heard from Nikita's stories and Johan's stories, the faculty member, they know and they will help you to understand anything that you need to understand. And what about the academic part? What about the practical learning experience? Natalia, can you tell me about in your program, do you have this practical learning experience? Because if you know, Fanshawe is really known because of the practical experience, this practical learning, hands-on experience, whatever you want to call it. Fanshawe is well known for that. So if you're looking to get practical experience in your field, we have programs for you. Natalia, can you tell us a little bit about your experience there?
Yeah, of course I can. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a little bit because I don't know where to start. In my course, we have a lot of practical experience. Almost in each class, we are doing something to get this on-hands experience. And we use a lot of different simulations when you can try the Google Ads and see how it works. And for example, we had in marketing management, we had another simulation when you had to promote your products, hire people, and decide on many things to get revenue and taxes, of course. And it was a little bit frustrating because you like sell products for $4 million and get 100,000 revenue and
Okay.
then profit. So yeah, it's like, and you understand that okay, it's gonna be like this in real life.
Is that Maven? Is that
Yes,
Maven? So,
yes.
so for all of you who are thinking, for all of you who are thinking about the marketing management program, there is a course. I can remember. I think marketing management course. There is a simulation program called Maven. If you hear from other ambassadors that are in this same program, they will talk about this experience with Maven. Maven is like a practical environment that you have to allocate budget to certain marketing tactics. and you have to also allocate budget to your personnel, and makes you think strategically how to allocate the budget and what to do in terms of marketing tactics. So that's what she's explaining. And I think this is one of the first practical things or activities that we did or that we do in this marketing management program. And what else? Did you do anything extra there?
Yeah, it was the first thing, but in the second term we had three different simulations, and one of them was for Google Ads when you create Google Ads campaigns and see how it works, and another one was literally social media campaign. Again, you had to create content for different social media, analyze how it works. It takes a lot of time, but also it gives a lot of insights on how it's going to work in real life. So you prepared to the workplace. And also in marketing management program, you can opportunity to participate in Village Creative. It's a marketing agency run by students, but we work with real clients here. And for the term, we have two clients. The first one for me was Milk Kids Delivery. It was established brand, but of course they're facing some issues, and their Instagram account was hacked and they have to start over, and we created the strategy for them for social media, for influencer marketing content, of course. And another one is pretty technical tool we have to promote. It's pretty new. I had some experience in marketing before in my home country, but never in Canada and never in different industries. And now you have to like figure out everything and just acquire own knowledge. It's tough and it takes really a lot of time, so you need to be prepared to actually study here, but it's really valuable experience, and it's extremely useful.
Awesome. So in my case, I did also had the opportunity to work with clients, with actual clients, which is the awesome part about this practical programs, because you can actually, even though these are not co-op programs, which is different, these programs they have this course that it is kind of like a live client project based course, and you will be able, like Natalia mentioned, to work with actual clients. And I had the opportunity to work with clients way awesome, and I was able to create also marketing plans and content plan. And one of the best thing that I did within my program is that I was able to participate in two competition. One was within the college, with, I think, was partnered with Northern Commerce establishment company, and I was able to get the third position in that competition. And I also won another competition worldwide, a marketing challenge competition. We competed with college around Canada, United States, Europe, India, like some of the big countries, and I was able to win the America's Regional Marketing Challenge Award, something around those words. I don't remember the name, but yes, I was able to win that, and that's because I was able to put all my effort in that program. And this is a tricky thing that I think you guys are going to be agreeing with me, that you need to put all your effort into it every day. If you go to class, make sure to attend, make sure to listen, make sure to do all your assignments, because otherwise, I think those are the key to succeed in these programs. And Fanshawe has all these great things for you, and you have to take advantage of those. Nikita, can you tell me about, is it your program, because it's finance, right? Finance
Yeah.
related. Is it really that your program is difficult, or is it or not? Can you tell me?
I won't say difficult. Yeah, it would be difficult for you if keep it for the last day. Like in my when I started this course, all my professors would used to say that you have to give time to this course. You have to go and read the presentations or whatever the study materials they would share. You just have to do that. That was the least thing they were asking. And in my, I would remember, like till test 1 I would take it as lightly. I would study before the day before the test, and Yeah, I realized that no, it's not going to work like that. Then I realized that I have to keep up with it, go with the course, like how is it going. And so I started doing that from after like from January mid, like after starting 15 days after the course. So that was that. And it would be difficult for you because there is lot of information to process, and you can't process that much information in one night or one day. Because yeah, they would help you, the information is, they would help you, make you understand. But if you skip your classes and not keeping up with the course, then it would be really difficult for you to score very good in the course. Other than that, it's amazing course. It you will I think my course is the best one, best finance course you'll ever get, because you have so much. This course has so much to offer, all the practical assignments and everything. So I don't think this is the difficult course. Even professors would help you, so that you can achieve good marks. And even after you're not getting marks and you're blaming the professors that they're not teaching well or like that, then it's your mistake, not the professors. So I think it's up to you how you're taking the course. It's difficult if you are making it difficult. Other than that, it's the really nice course. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing all the assignments. I might say that they are hectic or they are difficult, but I enjoy doing that. I now enjoy giving the presentations. I used to get nervous before, but now I enjoy doing the presentations, making all the reports and everything like that.
So, in your program, you also have a practical experience or hands-on experience course, right?
Yeah.
So, can you tell me a little bit about that? How's finance? How can you be? Can you tell me how is that? How that works?
So yeah, recently in my second semester, there was this assignment in my Canadian securities course. It was stock market competition. So there, it is a stock market competition, and we on a stimulator, on a trading stimulator, we all given was a $250,000 of amount to trade. So there was this competition. We have to start trading with no knowledge. You just start trading and you'll get gather knowledge according to that. And they given us like 1.5 month for that competition. You just have to trade in stocks, options, futures, everything, like ETFs, whatever you want to trade. And you just have to give the reason why you are buying that stock, or why you are selling that stock, and whatever the reason, what indicators did you use, what analysis did you use, technical or fundamental, and everything. So we did that competition, and it was, we did in group. So but I think I was the active member in the group because I enjoy it. I used to, wake up in the morning, and at 9 a.m. I used to trade, and I used to buy stocks, and
Wow,
yeah, I really enjoyed
very
it.
committed.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I really enjoyed that, doing that assignment. And after that, in my other course, there is this assignment where my professor told us that I'm not your professor, I'm your client. So treat me as your client. So she booked a small office room where she could say that I'm your client and you are visiting me as your client. So behave like you are treating me as a client. So you can't say me professor, or you can take my name. So she has given us the client name. So she would say that address to me like that client name only. And so we could, yeah, dress up formally and knock on her door and say, may I come in, miss this and
Oh,
that. Yeah. So
awesome.
yeah, and she we explained her about the product we are going to present to her. So she would ask silly questions like any client would ask whenever you are going in a bank, or wherever you are going to buy something. You'll ask silly questions because you have no knowledge about that. So she would ask silly questions that, why should I buy that, what is the use of that, what benefits does this have. So we the this fan show or this program is preparing it for your for the real world, not just they don't have any assignments. Like, they won't give you questions like 10 questions they are given and you have to just prepare the answers and this and that. No, nothing like that. We had assignments like this, the one I just told.
Mhm.
And in the previous semester I had a assignment where I had to prepare a retirement plan. So it was really difficult, but it was really knowledgeable for me, because I tend to get the knowledge how to use Excel. I mean, I know how to I'm really hands on Excel, but it was I learned new formulas in Excel.
Awesome.
So that was that. I didn't realize there was this much, in things in Excel. I used to get to know that, and some presentations as well. I'm really nervous. I get to tend to get really nervous in front of people presenting. So, but in my first semester, I gave one presentation, and in my second semester, I already gave like four presentations. I have two presentations next week as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm nervous, but more excited about those presentations because I know these presentations and these assignments are preparing me for the real world. I won't I won't be getting nervous when I'm going to present in front of 100 people, or in front of my client, because I presented here. Whenever we were presenting in front of a professor, or we could say professor, to address a professor, like professor, like
Mm-hmm.
when we were presenting, he would cut the marks, or he would tell us that you can't address me, I am not your professor, I am the client. So
Awesome.
that was really nice thing, because in your mind you'll get the idea, okay, you are presenting to your client. You can't think like, okay, he has the knowledge of that. He might ask you silly questions like, how did you get this number?
But
You
those aren't silly. Those are
Yeah,
important
yeah,
questions that you have to
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
For if you think that your professor is asking you, like, why he's asking, he might know that. No, your professor might know that question, but
Yes.
your client doesn't know that. What is that number? How are you achieving that number? So
Awesome.
that is really nice of this
Awesome.
course. Yeah.
So raise your hand if you think the program that you are in are helping you to be job ready. Raise your hand. Widescreen, please. So we are seeing that all of them, they agree with me. They're being prepared. They're going to be all job ready when they hit they go there to the job market to search their jobs. But right now, I know some of you are actually either working or looking for jobs. And in the construction field, it's kind of a little bit different. And if we're thinking about comparing to Kenya and Canada, construction is different, right, Jessica?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how has that been working for you? Have you had the opportunity to apply to jobs? Do you have a job on construction?
Currently, no, I don't have a job in construction, and reason being, the construction in back in Kenya and construction in Canada, it's totally different. So with the course I'm taking, I'm getting to appreciate that, because we have visited sites, we have done practical examples on what happens on site. Like we have gone through, let's say the tendering process, it's very different from how we do it in Kenya. Also, the estimation, estimating of a project, it's very different from how we do it in Kenya. Also, the construction practices is very different. In Kenya, we normally use concrete. In Canada, they use timber. It has a different process. So we are getting to learn, because like in my first semester, we got to go to a project, to a house that was being built from scratch. So we followed up from the start of the semester, from when they started the foundation all the way to finishing. It was quite different from what I know back home. Yes, of course, the finishing, like the fixtures and all that, that is a normal process. But now the construction process, which one involves concrete, one involves timber, and we had to do a case study, we had to do a project, and we had to do presentation on different ways on every step of that construction process. So you can imagine, you have this knowledge. Yes, I had practiced in Kenya. I know how construction goes. You reach here and you're told, okay, now you've been given this project, go to this project. I need you to come up with a report on how this thing happened. And then also, one thing I've come to appreciate is that construction can go on any time of the year in Kenya. Only for me to come here and realize, like, they have a construction has a period of 6 months. Like, you can only do constructive construction between April and November.
Oh.
Apart from that, then now it's a jungle, because
Oh.
also Canada's weather has mood swings. Officially, Canada's weather have mood swings, and the only time that it has a mood swing that you can work with is during summer and spring and fall. In winter, it has mood swings that you can't do any construction. You will wake up in the morning and your site is frozen.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Jessica. I remember that you mentioned that. So we were talking about this yesterday, and you mentioned that Canada has to decide that they might.
Can it decide and tell us, I want to be warm, I want to be cold? Because in the morning you wake up, it's very warm. Once you are done dressing, you have dressed for the warm weather. You get out of the house, it's raining. Please decide what you want to be. I'm used to a predictable weather. I do not want to go back inside the house to get a raincoat, and then I get out again, it's sunny. Yeah, it has, like, if we say women have mood swings, Canada's weather has extreme mood swings.
So in construction, this is no good because
It's not good at all.
yeah, so you have to work depending on the weather, and if the weather is not allowing that, so you have to stop the construction.
Exactly.
Yeah, so kind of but you're learning. You're gaining this experience, but it's awesome that you are on that area. So all of you are getting job ready. And I know some of you, again, to the question about job, I know Nikita has want to share experience about that, right? Nikita, can you tell me about that experience when you started to look for a job? Did you receive any feedback of people saying, no, it's difficult, you won't find a job, some things like that? Because some people, please know that some people, every people have their own experience, and some of them will tell you always the negative part, and they want to maybe you to be discouraged, but don't be discouraged because those are their experience, not your experience. You have to build your own experience, and you have to take the chances. So please, Nikita, can you please share that experience with us?
Yeah, so when I came here, so I'm a math graduate from India. So I really love math. So there was this math tutoring center near my place, and I was just passing through by that center, and I saw that, and I asked my friends that can I apply for a job there instead of, because during those days I was applying for part-time jobs, and I just normally I asked my friends that can I apply for a job here. So he said that you need to have a license to apply for a job there, because they don't give jobs to, they don't hire tutors without license. So I said that yeah, I can have a license, because if it's worth it, then why not? And I'm already a math graduate, so I don't think that would be really difficult for me. So the next thing he said that they don't hire Indians.
Oh, come
Like,
on. Come
what?
on.
I was like, what? I mean, most of the mathematicians, great mathematicians, are from India, so why not? So it's like, no, they don't hire Indians. They only hire Canadians or white people, because they don't want, because it's difficult for them. So that thing got stuck in my mind. My love for math went away,
Oh,
and that thing got stuck. I was like, no, now I have to apply that.
you have to prove them wrong.
Yeah, even if I get rejected, I just want to see why they are not giving jobs to Indians. So I called that center. I called in that center, and that guy was like, I asked him that, are you hiring? So he was like, yeah, I'm hiring. So he said just share your resume with me. I shared my resume with him, and I got a call for the job. And then I told that this thing to that friend. So he said, I think he didn't get that you are Indian. I was like, what? It's written in my resume that India. Okay, so he's like, no, because your name is Russian. That thing was really strange, because I was hoping that he would congratulate me, or say
Be supportive.
yeah, wish luck to me, that okay, you are going for the interview. And he was like, your name is Russian. I was like, okay, but my last name is not Russian. So he's like, no, he didn't get the idea of that. I was like, okay. I went for the interview. I gave the test there, and that guy asked me that why you're applying for the job here. So I said, two reasons. One is love for math, and the other I want to prove my friend. You hire Indians. So he was like, okay. He said okay, and then he said, tell your friend you got the job here. Then he said, I have two Indians and you're the third one. So there is nothing like that. I hire mostly Indians because they are good in math. So this is something rumor about Indians that we don't hire Indians. So it's not like that. So I got the job here and I told my friend that I'm a Russian and I got the job there. So he didn't talk to me for like 10 days. But yeah, that was the very nice experience I had just in my initial days.
Wow.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for sharing that because, yes, like I mentioned at the beginning, you are building, you're creating your own experience, no matter what people have experienced in their own period of time, because times are changing, and you are the one who are open the ways for you with your knowledge, with your capabilities, with your skills. So don't doubt in the value that you bring to a company, to a job that you want to do. Just go ahead and do it like Nikita did. So
Yeah.
I want to share a little bit more about my experience when I started to looking for jobs. I was finishing my program, and I started to apply to jobs just certain jobs because I was determined and decided that I only wanted to get certain type of jobs. And it took me around a year. And you will say, "Wow, why did you take anything?" Because I was just focused on that type of job that I wanted, and that's why it took me 1 year. But some of you, depending on your situation, can allow yourself to wait for that long, and you might want to get a job faster within weeks or a month. So there are ways, and here we have support for you if you need that. We have career services to all the students who are looking for jobs and who want to be prepared and have a resume review and all of the things that implies to get a job. We have career services for you for all those students, that international students that want that help. And let's go wrapping up this conversation. I have learned so much more of each one of you. I love all your stories. I have laughed so hard. And I am hoping that all of you who are there joining us from around the world are also enjoying this conversation, because this is for you to learn, for you to know all of the things that you need to know before applying to Fanshawe, and also for coming to Fanshawe to study your program. Please know that you can book an appointment right now. You can click on one of the links that we have there to book an appointment with our recruiter ambassadors. If I'm sorry, with our international education advisors, and also you can join now to the ambassador platform to talk with one of them or to talk with the other ambassadors that we have as well on the tab platform. Please join now and start talking about and sharing about this experience with these students that are here for you to help you and to answer all the questions that you have. And to wrap up, are you involved in any events? Because Fanshawe, we have several clubs. We have Fanshawe Student Union. We have Fanshawe Friends community. It's an awesome community built with all international students that they want to be part of this community. So I want to know, each one of you, like, have you been involved in any events? And Natalia mentioned that she was part of some events that the residents have done. And tell me, who wants to say something about events, job fairs? Okay, don't get crazy. Okay, okay, let's go.
So I was a part of a networking event. It happened in March. It was for our course for the finance school. So that was a really beneficial for me because I get connected with a lot of people with all the big. They were all big six banks of Canada, all the credit unions, and mostly insurance companies and wealth management companies were there. I connected with them. I even connected with them on LinkedIn as well. I shared my resume with them. I even got in at that time I was still in my course. I had like 4 to 5 months left for my program to end, but I still got it. I got the job. I got the call for interview, and that person, he was like, he said that I even told him that I have 5 months left. I can't apply for the job right now. He said, just go for it. You'll get the idea how the interview process goes in Canada. So you'll get the idea, and you'll explore how the questions are there, and it was really helpful for me. So that was that event was helpful in that case. And I even realized how because we only know about the big six banks of Canada, like TD, RBC, and everything like that. There are so much companies here where you can apply for job. So that networking event helped me in doing, in realizing that I can apply for job in so many companies, because there is the competition is much more than you know about six banks. So there are a lot of people applying for jobs, but other than that, those six banks, there are a lot more companies as well where you can apply for jobs.
Awesome.
So
And what about bunch of friends? Henry, are you Johan? Sorry, I'm sorry if I said Henry Johan is because he is Henry Johan, right? Henry Johan. So Johan, can you please tell me, are you part of any a club or bunch of friends or other type of events?
Sure. Now I am part of FANExperience. I love that community. A lot of people support you. There is a lot of events through the semester, as well as I engage to Red Squad through FSU. That I love to be there because you support to another students, maybe new students, and I giving back like the community give to me as well. Also, I am part of club representative. If some people in my class have some problems, inquiries, on questions about the classes, I give them the information. I create like a WhatsApp group for all the class. And if someone missed the class, maybe I share like the audio or some video that I share with them. But here in Fanshawe, you have a lot of support, not only for the college, for your friends as well, because they are your connections in your future. I really recommend to be engaged with the college because here in the college there are a lot of benefits that you can use. You only need to search through the page. To be honest, it was difficult because when I start to be here, it's like, okay, I don't know what is that part. I still looking and searching information. But after that, the page is so friendly with you. You can get all that you want, all the resources, the tools, like you said here, the laboral environment is difficult sometimes, but here through career services, I use how to create my resume in Canadian style.
Yes.
Also, I never use like a cover letter. Here I learned to use the cover letter.
Yes.
It's totally different, but I really enjoy that. And all the staff here support me very friendly.
Awesome. I love that you mentioned about the cover letter because if you are used to just sending your resume, here is way different. If you are used to getting your picture in your resume, here's way different. So you are going to learn so much more when you get here with career services. They are going to help you to build a really good, awesome, standing out resume for you to stand out within the jobs that you are applying for. Natalia, are you a class rep too, right?
Yes, I am also in the class rep program, and these are people who help other peers with any issues they may face during their studying. And I must say that it was a great decision to join this program because um, again it helps to like go out of your comfort zone because you have to talk to other people and you have to communicate a lot. It's really helpful to develop your communication skills, especially when English is not your first language and you have to like talk as much as possible. And honestly, I met a friends through this program, and we are living now together in dorm, and we are going to live together again in apartment after we finish our studying. We are finishing at the same time, and she was kind enough to do all the job, looking for new apartments, and my job was, just show up and
Okay.
sign documents. So yeah, all these programs are also part of Fanshawe Friends, as we already mentioned, and I participated in different events. I tried canoeing and I visited hockey game here through
Awesome.
this program, and I think it's again the main point for successful adaptation in your country to participate everywhere you can, everywhere time allows you, and meet new people and create new connections.
Awesome. And on that note, let's end this live stream session with a tip, a tricks, and tricks, or an advice, something that you want to tell to this incoming students, to these future Falcons that are watching us today. Henry, can you give an advice, a tip of advice to this future Falcons?
First of all, welcome new Falcons. Here we have the best staff, the best people. You are going to make a lot of connections, make friends as well. And I really recommend that the confidence is very important because before to came here, I was with lack of confidence. But here, the professor supports me a lot, the staff as well. And if you want to stand out from the others, it's necessary that you take one step away. Be don't be in your comfort zone. Try new things, new experience, new adventures. Maybe if something scares you, try it because if you didn't try, you are not going to know what is going to happen. It's part of the life. I am learning that now because I am by my own. When I came here, I don't have friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know the place, the culture, nothing. But now here, I really appreciate all that my parents were supporting my country. But here is like, okay, relax, calm. I have to enjoy. This is
Yeah.
my adventures. I take this decision. Here I learn to drink coffee. To be
Tim
honest.
Hortons.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Tim Hortons.
Canadian coffee brand for all of you who are looking at our cups on the table. These are Tim Hortons, and you will love them. As soon as you
Right.
land here, you will drink this.
Yeah. Also here in the campus we have three Tim Hortons, I guess, more than three, and one Starbucks. And yeah, if you know, you don't know who are you now. Here in the college, you have all the tools, and you are going to discover who are you. But if you know who are you now, you can improve yourself as well. You can improve your abilities, skills, and you are going to build your own future. That is my recommendation to all the people now that you can do all that you want. And Fanshawe College is here for you to support you to achieve your goals.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Johan. Now let's go with Nikita. Can you give us, please, an advice to this or to this audience that it is think that they are thinking, they're maybe thinking to come to Fentra or they have applied already. So can you tell them an advice, please?
I would say that be prepared because you have to do everything on your own. Like the weather would be really different because I came from a really hot weather. There is like 52 degrees Celsius in Delhi in India. So yeah, so the weather here is really different. It's good, but it's not good in winters. So be prepared. You have to, you have to manage your own time. You have to do everything, your groceries, your cooking, your studies, and a job. Everything you have to manage on your own. So there is no help, and just don't take it casually because I have seen some people they'll focus more on their jobs, their part-time jobs, and they'll take it easy with their studies, and at last they would suffer a lot, and they would get less marks, and they would email it to the professors, and in that case even the professors couldn't help you. So just manage your time properly. When you want to work and when you want to study, just focus on studies first and then focus on your job, because that is more important. Your studies and your course will give you a better job opportunity than your part-time job. Your part-time job is a temporary thing which is providing you money, which is providing you financial independence for a time being. But after this course you'll get a really nice job here in Canada, anywhere in Canada, even in US as well, if you are capable of achieving it. But I would suggest that, yeah, you just keep up with your studies and your assignments, because your assignments are really practical and they are really helpful for the real world. They'll give you hands-on experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Nikita. Now we go with Jessica. What can you tell us? What can you tell to this audience?
Okay, have your priorities right first before you come. Like, if you have decided you are coming to study, come study, everything else will fall in place. And the study system has been put in such a way that it's favorable and you can pass. Because, like, for example, my course, it's quite a difficult course because it involves construction. And one thing that has been done so that we are able to learn and understand each and everything is that they're putting a system. Oh, the good thing, we don't have like final exams. We have exams like every week. But at the end of the day, it's in a way that it Actually having them, it helps you like learn, understand every single step of the way. That is a good thing because everybody who has done construction knows that the most of the time we transnight when we now know tomorrow is the final exam, of which now that system is not there. You are able every week, yes, you will have exams every week, which will accumulate to your final grade. So what you need to do, you have to attend your classes, you have to like plan your time. You may not, in construction industry, we may not get the time to do the part-time jobs, but at least we get an opportunity to be able to successfully finish the course that we came here to do, of which most of our lecturers just encourage us and tell us, we know that the it is a difficult course. We know that it is an extensive course, but at the end of the day, we can assure you, once you're done with the course, there are lots of opportunities out there who are looking for people who have that Canadian experience. Canada is growing, growth is everywhere. So just finish your classes, finish your tests, finish your studies. Everything will work out. Everything will come to place, and be rest assured the system here is accommodative and it guides all the way. Actually, even when you feel like maybe you need a part-time job to get food, FSU gives out free food. No,
Right.
Yeah.
food is your only worry. You can go to FSU and tell them, and then also you can go to them and tell them, okay, I'm having troubles. Maybe I don't have finances for this. They help out in each and every way that they can help out. We have counselors who you go, even if you didn't eat yesterday and you feel depressed, you can knock on their door and tell them, hey, this and this and this is happening in my life. I need. They help out. There's a system that helps you emotionally, physically, with needs, basic needs, and everything else.
Awesome. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that. And just to finish this live stream session, thank you, Jessica, Nikita, Johan, and Natalia for being here with us. These are four of our part of our ambassadors that are in the TAP platform. If you're not joining, if you're not a user in the TAP platform, please join now and take this minute to join now using the QR code that you're looking at on the screen right now, and talk with current international students here in Fanshawe. They are going to provide you all their experience in terms of the student life experience, in classes experience, anything that you need to know in terms of that side of the experience. They will tell you. And if you want to know more about our programs, if you want to know about tuition, scholarships, or topics related, you can book right now an appointment with one of our international education advisors. We have one for each region, so make sure when you are on that landing page that you select the one that it is within your region, and they are more than happy to help you and to guide you through your journey to Fanshawe to unlock your potential. Thank you very much to all of you who joined us this morning. Thank you so much for commenting and being active on the comment section. And join us for our next fan experience that we're going to say soon. When are we going to do that? And thank you very much. Please follow all of our pages: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and stay tuned for all updates from Fanshawe International. See you soon. Bye bye.
This is where anyone can belong. This is how you explore, grow, and triumph. This is your time to shine. This is who we are. This is what we do. And you're why we do it. This is Fanshawe.